welcome to Come to the Table. Today I'll be finishing my solo playthrough of Ark Nova. If you missed the first video, be sure to go back and watch that one and then come back. And if you're enjoying the playthroughs, consider subscribing to my channel. Now let's finish our zoo. Moving on, so these slide back over and we have 5 actions for this round. Oh, we get our association guy back. We need more of him. We will get another one very soon. Because for the first action of this round, I'm going to use association. And how many? Maybe that's going to be tougher than I thought. So I could go here. I think I'm gonna, oh no, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, sorry, association action. So the bird breeding program requires that we have a bird and we have its partner zoo, which is right here. So we are gonna play the bird breeding program. That goes right up here. Let me scoot this down a little bit. Bird breeding program. So whenever you play a conservation project, you're going to take one of these off. And if it's yellow, you get that bonus immediately. This is to get an extra association worker. This is to get 12 bucks. And this is to get 3 X tokens. If you take it off the top, not only do you get it immediately, but you get it every time we break. So I think in this case, I'm going to take the 1 conservation point. And we're going to put it over here. So we get 1 from here and 2 from there. So that's 3 conservation points we get. So 1, 2, 3. We also get 2 reputation points. 1, 2. So because of that, since we passed this, we get to take 1 of those bonuses. So we need to take another association worker, or we can upgrade another card. And there's only 4 ways you can upgrade cards on the entire game. So we're going to upgrade there. We also passed this card, which allows us to, or this icon, which allows us to upgrade another card. So we get to upgrade 2 cards. And it's going to be in our best interest long term to upgrade the build card. By upgrading the build card, that allows us to play the bird aviary so that we can put these 2 in the same enclosure. That'll work. It also, as a side effect, it also allows you to play more than 1 building with 1 build action, as long as they add up to whatever it's on. So I could, if it adds up to 4, I could play multiple enclosures. And the second card we're going to upgrade, I think, is the association action, so we can start getting some bonuses over there. This may be a mistake, but hey, we're going to try it. Here we go. So that was our first action. Move that down. So action number 2, we're going to build the bird sanctuary. It's going to cost 10 because it is a size 5 enclosure. And in order to play the condor, it must be next to a rock. So that's going to be the best spot. Probably the only spot, and we're going to cover up these 2 icons, which lets us draw a card within reputation range or off the top of the deck. So our large bird aviary sanctuary goes there, and we get to draw 2 cards. They can either be one of these cards or off the top. And we don't have any predators, so that doesn't do us any good. And we only have, well, we do have 2 Asia icons. We're going to grab him. We're going to grab the Komodo dragon. We can't play this sponsor card because we can't be above 25 appeal points in order to play it. So we're going to go our second card off the top. And it is a Northern Cassowary. And we'll refill. There we go. That was our build action. How much money do we got? We got 30. Oh, I gotta put this guy over here. 30 bucks. We do get a $3 discount on almost every animal in our hand. So we will be able to play both of these at once. These are gonna cost 27. So we're gonna aim for that, which means we need to get the animals up to the top. We don't have any more sponsor cards we want to play. Are there any out there that are worthwhile? I don't know that we do. The expert on Australia is okay, but I don't think it helps us right now. And the baboon rock does not help. So do I can either activate this to get $5, or, well, I think we want to draw more cards, because what I can do next turn, so in order to play 2 animals, I have to have the animals card at 5, but we have an X token. I think we're going to go that direction. Let's activate our cards card. So we can either draw 3, discard 1, or snap. Is there anything we want to snap? I don't think so. I think we're just going to draw 3. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to have a whole mitt full of cards here. So we got a conservation project that wants large animals. That's animals that go in a 4 or a 5 enclosure, which we have 2. So that may be worth hanging on to. Got a golden eagle, which in order to play him, we would have to flip our animals card. And we have an engineer, which lets us play lots of buildings quickly. So we have to discard a card. I think of our entire hand, I don't think the cassowary does us any good. So there goes that. All right. That was our cards action. So we're now going to do our animals, and we're going to boost it to 5, which allows us to play 2 animals at once, which we tried to do before until we messed it up. So let's try to do it right this time. So these 2 would normally cost 33, but I get a discount for both. So it's 27. They are expensive. We'll do one at a time. So the Andean condor. It takes up 1 space in our bird sanctuary. There we go. We have to have a bird icon in our zoo, which we do. And we get 7 appeal points, so up to 50, and 1 reputation point. We are 1 space away from getting another association worker. And its special ability says shuffle the discard pile, draw 4 cards, and keep 1. So it's going to scavenge out of our discard pile. So we'll shuffle this. Drawing 4. And we get to keep 1 card. Let's see what we get. We have a llama. We have a Northern Plains langur. These are both icons we need. It's a little late for bird icons. And we have a platypus, which doesn't do much. So it's going to be between the llama and the langur. The llama can share a space with another herbivore, which we don't have. The langur wants to be next to a rock. We may end up not keeping either one of these. So let's keep the langur and discard everything else. We're then going to play, where were we at? The vulture. Cinereus vulture? Alright. So we already paid for it. That takes up 1 space in our bird sanctuary, bird aviary. It gets us 6 points, appeal points. And that has a scavenging ability also, so we get to draw 3 cards from the discard pile and keep 1. This is a heck of a turn. That's what we like, heck of a turns. We are really behind on conservation points though. We just haven't gotten a lot of the icons that we need. So we're gonna have to really start picking that up or else we're not gonna make it. So 1, 2, 3. And donkey that we can't use because our petting zoo's full. And we threw that away once and we threw that away once. So we get to keep one. There we go. It's gonna go away in a minute. There goes our animals action and our X token. And next action. We have 2 left for this round. The sponsor, the engineer, says every time you build at least 1 building with your build action, you can build another building of the same kind at the normal cost. So it lets us build buildings twice as fast. Do we need that? We have a golden eagle we can't play because we don't have our animals card flipped. We have a Komodo dragon that we can play in a size 3 enclosure. Okay. So we can't play this. We can't play this. We can't play our association action yet because we don't have another association worker. So we can either build, play a sponsor card, or take money. And I think at the moment, I think we probably have enough money. Let me think about it. All right, I think we definitely build. I think we go with the build action. I'll show you why. So we're gonna build it a 3. We cannot build it a 3. We have to take money first. Scratch that, reverse it. Taking money first. We're gonna use the sponsor card. We're gonna use it to take money to make sure that we have enough to last us for what we need. So I kind of feel like that's a wasted action, but here we go. So now we're gonna build it a 4. We have exactly $8. So we're gonna build, since our upgraded building allows us to build multiple buildings at once, we're gonna build a size 3 enclosure. That is gonna go right here because it covers up a 2 reputation spot. Oop, it is unoccupied. There we go. So we get 2 more reputation, which gets us another association worker. Yay! And we're going to build a 1 size building. So we can either go for more money and don't know that we need more money right now, or we can just go for a point with the pavilion. Can the pavilion cover up anything useful? We could get an X token with it. Sure, why not? So we're gonna go here with the pavilion, which gives us an X token for covering that up, and 1 point for a pavilion. Boom. There we go. And that is gonna be the break. All right, so we're gonna discard down to 3. We are gonna keep this guy and this guy, and out of all these, honestly, I think we keep that. I think we have to. Okay, here's our 3 cards. We get our association worker back. We block another spot. Move all these back. We get money, which is 27 this time. And we discard these 2 cards and refill. And you'll notice some of the spots are pink like this. So There's this little symbol here that says you cannot go above, you can't go into this area unless you have flipped over your cards card, which we have. So we can get more reputation. We also can't go into this area unless we flipped our association card, which we also have done. And we can't go into this area unless we flipped our build card, which we've also done. And we have our association. We can't use our extra association money. We basically can pay money to get extra conservation points. I don't know if we'll get there, but that is also an option to us. It's also important to note that you cannot place more than one cube on a single conservation project. So I couldn't put 2 on there. So it's just one per person. So in solo, it's just me. Okay, we also get a conservation point as income. That's what all of these do. Every time we do a break, we get anything that's in the pink there. All right. What do we want? We have 4 actions this turn. We have 9 actions total left in order to get those two, this and this, to meet each other. So, how do we proceed from here? So looking at our conservation projects, we have 2 Asia icons. We have 3 Americas icons, so we're 1 short. And we have 1 reptile. So we really can't do much with those. Well, we could. Let me see. Our association was at a 5. I think we need to take advantage of that. I think for as much time as we have left, we need to go ahead and support as many conservation projects as we can here. So we're going to go here, 5, which lets us support a conservation project. So we can do our large animals and get 2. We can do Americas and get 2, or Asia and get 2, but we have 2 more Asia animals. I think we hold off on that. We may have enough turns to get more points off of that. So we're going to go ahead and do Americas at 2. No, we're going to do large animals. So they give us the same amount of points. Large animals. So what token do we take off? I think we go for as many association workers maybe as we can. No. So we can only do 2 around, I think. So we could take money. We go for money. We need money. Money it is. Boom. That gives us 2 association or 2 conservation points. So now that we've passed that, we can either take $5, we can get 2 reputation, or we can take a free university. And at this point, we could take this university and get 2 reputation points anyway. So why don't we do that? So we used this. So we have a science tag, 2 more reputation points, 1, 2, and remember we can pass this because we flipped the cards card. So we get to draw a card within reputation range, and we get another conservation point. Beautiful. Do we want any of these cards that are up here currently? This sponsor card would basically just get us 4 points right now, 4 appeal points. The water dragon doesn't get us a whole lot, but it could get us to the top of the Asia. Okay. Our sponsor is way down there. Let's just go ahead and draw this guy to see if we can get to the top of the Asia. We already have a 1 space enclosure anyway, so let's do that. Okay, that was our association action. Unless we want to pay $7 for another conservation point, which would leave us 20 left. All right, let's do it. $7. So we get to take one of our discs and one of our cubes and put it over here. So this costs $7. We get another conservation point, which means now we can either take another zoo partnership or 3 X tokens. A new zoo partnership is going to be the way to go. And I don't think it matters which one we take. We're going to take Australia. And that gives us another association worker. Oops, we got to take that from the bottom. There we go. Sounds good. Okay. So that was our association action. That was our first action. So we do want to play animals. I want to play animals right now with an X token. Cool. So we have a 3 and a 1 enclosure that we can do that with. Yes. Because we get discounts on both of those. So that costs 10, that costs 5. 15. $5 left. Alright. So we're going to play the Northern Plains Gray Linger, and it must touch rocks, which it does. That gives us 6 points to 63, and it gets us $3 back. The second card we're going to play is the Chinese Water Dragon, which we paid for already. And we have a 1 space enclosure next to water. It can go in a reptile house if we had one. We don't. So that gets us 3 more points. And I can sell cards for $4 each. But I want that because I want that last icon. So we can go all out on Asia. Sounds good. That was our animals action. Now what to do next? We're going to need to draw more cards. Because beyond this, we have nothing else. Do we want any of that? This card, playing the sponsors now, would get us 1, 2, 3, 4, because you're going to get a appeal point for every small animal, which is an animal of 1 or 2 enclosure, and petting zoo animals count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 points. From 1 card. That's good. We're gonna draw some cards. So at 5 we get to draw 4, discard 1. So there's 1 card. I don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. So we're gonna go off the top. 2, 3, 4. Discarding 1 card out of our hand. All right. We don't need the archaeologist this game. That's going away. That was the cards card. And now we're going to go ahead and play our sponsor because we can. And we don't really have anything else we can do at the moment that would be helpful. I don't think. We could play... No, we need the association action. Alright, we are going to go ahead and use the sponsor card and just get some points. That is going to be a 5-point card. And it doesn't have any other abilities that we need to worry about right now. Alright. Boom. Okay, so now we're on a break. So, discard down to 3. We have 3. Take another cube off. Get our money. Get our association worker back. We get $30. $30. And these 2 cards go away. Ooh, he's good if you can get him out. But I don't think we have enough time or space left. So we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to march on. So we need to build because we need an enclosure for one of these guys. And actually looking at it, we want an enclosure for this guy. He's going to be more productive. So $8. Do we do 10? To get an extra point. I think so. So we're going to build a 4 enclosure and another pavilion. Our 4 enclosure is going to connect everything that we have not connected yet and get us an X token from the space. And our pavilion is just going to drop somewhere over here and get us a point. Oh, all right. That was our building action. We're not going to be able to play 2 animals at a time this time, and we're running out of time. So we're going to play 1 animal with our second action, and it's going to be this red-shanked Duke for 14. There we go. He's going to go in our zoo. He's going to go in the 4 enclosure. We must have 1 science tag, which we do. 1 science icon, sorry. So we get 7 points to 79. We get 1 reputation, which gives us a second X token, which these are going to come in real handy. And we get 1, 2, or 3 X tokens for primates in our zoo. We have 1 primate, which means we get another X token. And now we're going to go totally bonkers. We're going to activate an association action because this is our last action round, and we're going to boost it up so we can do more than 1. We're going to boost it up to an 8. So with 8, we can go a 5 and a 3 for 8. So let's do the 3 first. We get another zoo. And by covering this, we get 2 conservation points. And when we hit this point, we have to discard one of our final scoring cards. So let's count empty spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Which would get us 2 points. And this would also get us 2 points. All right, we're going to keep that one. There we go. All right, so there's that taken care of. We're also going to do conservation project. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Asia icons. And we're going to take this 3X token one off and go boom and get 5 conservation points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've actually made it with a few turns to go. That's amazing. We have technically won the game, but let's see how many points we can get because these 2 are technically, since it's in this area, those 2 are meeting. So we've technically already won. But let's keep going. See what we get. That was our association. Do we want to? Yes, we do want to pay. We can pay $10 to take another conservation point. Yes. Good. That was our association action. Okay, so later on, let's say if I wanted to play another one of these actions and there's already one of my workers there, I would have to then pay 2 more workers, which I don't have. So I won't be able to play another association action, but we're actually at the end of the round, so it doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and do our end round. Discard down to 3. We're good. Remove another one of these cubes. Shift these over, get our association workers back, get rid of these 2 cards. Fill this up. Get our money, 31. All right. And this is our last 2 turns. So, how can we make the most out of these 2 turns? This sponsor card gets me 4 points just for playing the card, just straight up 4 points. Or I could build another enclosure and play this animal, and that gets me 2 points plus every Asia icon, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 8 points. So obviously, I think that's the way to go. We don't have enough time for the tiger. The tiger's really good. So, build a 3-space enclosure for $6. Throw that in and get a 5 back. 3-space enclosure. And we've only got a couple places to put it, so let's just put it here. We get $5 back for covering that icon. That's our building action. Well, we could boost it, which would give us 1 more point. Sure, why not? So we're going to boost it up to 4, and we're going to use $2 more to build another pavilion for a whole point. And it's going to go there. 1 point. That's our build action. Then we go animals. As our very last action of the game, we're going to play the Komodo dragon for $11. 5, 10, 11. He goes into that enclosure. We get 8 points, like I said, 88. And there we go. That is a full game of Ark Nova. So all we have to do now is score any end game points we have. Sometimes sponsor cards will have end game points. We really didn't draw any that gave us end game points. That's fine. So we're just going to score our architectural zoo. So if we connect all water spaces, connecting just means that they have enclosures connecting all of them, which we did. We get a point, conservation point. If we connected every rock space, which we did, we get a point. If we connect all border spaces, we did not. If we completely cover the zoo map, we did not. So that's 2 points, 2 conservation points, 1, 2. So technically, we would push this up to the front, and we get the difference between these two. So we scored 18 points in this game, which is fair. Anytime that you're able to get your 2 scoring markers to cross, it's always a good game. It suggests that you play 3 games in a row and then kind of keep a cumulative score. And I am using the scoring system that comes with the original game. They've modified the scoring system because technically you're able to get negative points in this game, and apparently people didn't like that. So they've modified this so that you can actually add up a score that's positive. And once you get over 100, that's technically when the game would come to an end. So thank you so much for watching this playthrough, and I hope you liked it. If there's any games that you want to see me play, let me know. And as always,